too long, looking for a little luck and desire.
So we are the Last Word Quintet. We make up a group that includes song, vocals, music that is interwoven with Mark's poetry at the same time as the lyrics sometimes, and at the same time separate from them in a unique combination, I think.
I've been miles from home, but I'm still around looking for love and a suicide town.
I've known Bob for about a good 45 years. We were working as a duo, and Mark was good enough to hire us as the featured act one night over at the Poetry Slam, and Mark was kind enough to do some stuff with us, and we really liked it.
Seated among the cream of our society, as I outline my unusual views, they stare at me till I'm sweating slightly. They don't sweat. It's one of their taboos. And I see them sitting there, and I see them laughing, and I hear them say exactly as my mother had, "Oh, you're so different. You're so different."
Well, that was the beginning of thinking that we should do it. And then Bob came and said, you know, we should do more with this. So Bob took the role of the leader to put the quintet together and got the gig, the first gig. And then Al, Bob, and I sat down together, and Al would do a tune, and then I would just, it was just happening.
It's downtown, it's downtown on a one-way street. It's downtown when he closed his eyes. You know what he saw the fires of the night.
The first one we wound up doing was over at the Dance Center in Evanston, called Live from Studio 5. And we did it as a 5-piece there with Brian Gephardt on reeds, and Doug and Mark and Bob and I, and it just felt right.
It's a total fluke that I'm in this band in some ways, because...
Not really.
Well, but you know, we went out one night and we're having a beer before the show, and you guys started talking about this project because you had already booked the gig.
Yeah.
It was going to be these two guys and Mark at Studio 5, and you were talking about it. You were really excited. I said, can I get on it? Like a musician will do, you know, sitting at a bar with his friends. So I didn't, like you said, you know, or maybe you said, like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but I really didn't. I thought, you know, this will be fun. This is a nice gig. And then we had a rehearsal, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool. And then remember at that gig, I said, we were talking about putting all this music together. I said, yeah, and we had 2 rehearsals, right?
Yeah, when we're doing that on there, and everybody thought that was the funniest freaking thing.
Yeah.
And Doug saying, no, seriously, we had 2 rehearsals.
We had 2 rehearsals, right?
You're all invited. We have pizza. It's on Friday.
Yeah.
Just come.
We had several rehearsals this time too, so look out.
And then the first time we were putting all this together, and I'm like a broken record with this one. We've got all these ones set up just the way they're gonna go, and Mark leans over to me and smiles and said, you know, this is all gonna be different when we do it on stage. And I'm looking and said, really? Is it just? And he said, it'll be all right. Although these days we're trying to actually get our performances to go somewhat the way we rehearsed them.
Go between the line and the reason, so got nothing and nowhere to go.
The good thing about this group is the synergy of the creative forces of all the people, which is all at a very high level. And Al's songs and lyrics are very emotional, and his voice is very, I'll say this, and I mean this as a compliment, it's a great pop voice. You're delivering sometimes pure emotion. We don't always hear every word, or we don't, it almost doesn't matter. But then there's Mark, who is like biting off, enunciating every word, lots and lots of words, that at the end of the whatever piece it is or whatever, I think people really get a lot of emotional and poetic language. Not language is not even it, but just a lot of energy and stuff. It's really great.
You never know what's going to happen. No matter what we try to do to prevent it from being well, we don't really try to. We want it to be improvisational, but no matter how organized we try to make it, there will always be something that will pull the rug out from under us, and yet at the same time create something else. That's the only thing I can say about it, that it is, to my experience in music, which goes back a number of decades, it is unique. I have never heard anything like it, I've never felt anything like it, and I've never seen anything like it.
Thank you very much. You have the last word.